Hi everyone, I thought I'd just do a quick introduction to this particular video because I have some issues with the audio on it, largely by virtue of the fact that I was recording in a howling gale, being covered by sea spray and all kinds of stuff, which did bring its own kind of unique challenges, not being able to use an external mic in the way that I wanted to, and even the mic that I'd hidden under my clothing was really struggling. So it was especially loud as well, that it was such a gale. So it really has got me thinking about how do I come up with a really reliable and robust way of recording sound in the field. And so over the next few weeks or so, I'll be spending quite a bit of time really trying to solve this and find the best possible way I can of making sure that the audio is really good for you guys, because I do want to produce good quality content for you to be able to watch. So do keep your eyes and your ears peeled for that over the next few weeks, and in the meantime I hope that you can enjoy this particular video. I'm on my way to Dancing Ledge, and oh dear, I'm at least half an hour behind where I should have been. And look at the sky. I'm going to have such a bad case of photographer's regret. There you go. I'm still about 15 minutes away from the car park, and then about a half-hour walk, and I'm going to say I think the light is all going to be gone by then. I know that the iPhone will not do this justice, but oh dear, it could have been just the most wonderful shoot. There you go. I'm going to go and shoot some stormy pictures. So I've got all the wet weather gear with me, and I'm all geared up to do wet weather photography. Well, this has been a bit of a rush. It's really windy. On my way from the car park down to Dancing Ledge, and with a forced march, this one. As it's winter, it will take a little while for the sun to really get up, and I'm just kind of hoping that means there'll still be some nice light. It could be here for quite a while because the higher winds, oh, that's windy now, but the higher winds are not expected for a while. So I was just trying to get through a gate there, and with my gear I'm too wide for it, a little kissing gate, so I've had to go through the main gate. They're not photographer gates, you see. Well, I've got to tell you, right now I'm thinking this is the right place to be, because it's pretty wild. And if I can't get a decent shot out of this, a dramatic shot, then there's something wrong with me. Wow, we're going to have some big waves crash in here, because it's just going to get wilder. So I've got a few quick shots in, and I hope I do this scene justice, because this is quite amazing, really. Everything actually is getting covered in spray. Look at that, just being hauled up by the updraft there. Well, I've got to say, this is proving a challenge. As you might be able to see, my kit is just getting really wet here, but it means that I'm needing to just constantly try and get the lenses clear. I thought I might try a long exposure shot, but I'm really not sure there's any point. Well, I've decided on a bit of a change of strategy here, because the filters are really getting in the way. They're just getting so plugged up all the time with seawater. I'm just not getting any photography done. So I put the wet weather cover on the camera. You see that there? To protect it and at least keep some of the spray up. The lens cap on the camera to keep the lens dry as much as I can between shots. Wow. Oh. Wow. This is brilliant. I'm loving it. It is wild. Well, so I've put the camera on a really wide stance there. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. And it's got the wet weather cover over it, which is quite useful. You can put an arm in each side. It's clearly, obviously, there's a hole for the lens. And fortunately, my long 80 to 200mm lens there has a really good deep lens hood, which is keeping a lot of the water off. Wow! As forecast, it is getting worse, and it is getting wilder. Look at this stuff coming in now. I'm coming well back from the edge here. I've given up on the gimbal, it can't cope with the wind. And this is what happens when, wow, look at this, wild water hits rock head on. It's like an explosion. Fantastic. There's just bits of rock and stuff being chucked up all over the place over there. Well, I hope you can hear me. I'm not mic'd up at the moment because frankly it's pretty well impossible, and I'm just using the phone's internal mic and it's inside the weatherproof case. But I just reviewed a load of footage and the sound on it is absolutely unusable. It turns out really the best sound that I can get at the moment is to use the internal mic, because it's inside the protection of this weatherproof casing away from the wind. This little micro towel here, which I take on my camping expeditions, has probably been one of the most useful pieces of kit I brought with me today. I've been so distracted by the waves here. Wow. Look at that, cascading down the rock face. Unbelievable. Oh, monstrous waves. This great big view. There's a lot of space there. And it's just difficult in these conditions. I've got to say it's really challenging trying to work in this, but it is good fun. Tricky because what I'm having to do, because of all the spray and rain, what I'm having to do is to just take little grab shots when I can, and try and anticipate when the right moment is going to be, swing the camera around and line up and shoot. It's sort of in one swift movement, which means some of them really aren't going to be sharp, because there's going to be some camera shake probably, but there's really no other way to do this. I'm actually getting pretty cold. despite all the layers that I have on. So, I was thinking about calling it a day now. You can see it's absolutely mad. I thought it was wild earlier, but this is crazy. Oh. Soaking here. I'll tell you what, the sound is really loud. I know it's going to sound kind of loud on the phone, but really, it's loud. Take my word for it. It's just a constant roar. Waves and waves are just fighting their way into shore. Sometimes words are just not enough, and sometimes a still camera is just not enough. I am back in the car. Whew, and it is nice to be out the wind. It was really strong wind. I practically got blown up the hill. I'll tell you what, this is a great moment to find that packet of cashews that you forgot that you'd left in the car, because I really need a bit of energy right now. Well, it's not perfect photography weather. It's chucking it down. It is blowing a gale. It's grey skies. There's no real definition to the cloud. But I tell you what, that's the most fun I have had out on a photography shoot for ever, I reckon. It was just brilliant. Quite like to highlight a piece of equipment in some of these videos. Not a lot, but just the odd piece here and there. And today I've got to say that the real lifesaver in terms of being able to produce any kind of meaningful video has been this thing, and it's called a Life Venture weatherproof phone holder, and this has really helped to keep the weather out. It's clear, so you can film through it, although obviously it's going to degrade the quality of the image a bit. But what's really good about this one is that you can still use a touch screen through the plastic, and not only that, it's very waterproof. So this piece here just sort of folds around itself twice, and then there are two kind of Velcro strips that then just seal it all in. And so if you're not using a microphone, if you're just using the phone's internal mic, it can all be really well sealed up in there. It's a bit trickier if you want to use an external mic, but I have sort of managed to find a way that it just about works by trying to thread the mic cable through. But yeah, really good piece of kit. Definitely recommend that. Can't exactly remember where I got it from, but if I can find the details, I'll put it in the link below. But definitely that has been really good. Comes with a little lanyard so you can put it around your neck. If you use your phone for navigation like I do, then you can still not only read your map, you can still navigate. So good bit of kit. Life Venture weatherproof phone holder. Definitely recommend that. So that's it. That's me done. I'm on my way back now. Once I've nibbled a few cashews, and so thank you for watching. And I hope you've enjoyed this rather more dramatic than usual episode of DSLR life and a little bit of storm photography. So yeah, so like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.